Craig Sleeman, 2022 National Walleye Tour Pro.
My name is Mike Urema. I'm traveling with Craig as his traveling partner on the co-angler side.
And so just to talk a little bit more about our year here on the National Walleye Tour, I signed up this year to fish full-time as a pro angler. Mike, being my travel partner, fished up as a co-angler.
I took the opportunity. I knew that I was going to be retiring from law enforcement after about 28 years and had some time to burn down. So while I was burning that time down, I was able to travel with Craig, help him defray the costs. We could build programs, and the whole goal of this year was to get Craig back to Dunkirk.
And that kind of tour involved 4 different events. The first one being out here in Detroit, Michigan on the Detroit River. It was a river-only tournament. Was beneficial to have Mike there each and every day in that travel experience. And kind of the highlights of that first tournament was Mike and I put together, a program that allowed me to catch the only 5 fish limit on day 1 in Detroit. So I got kudos to Mike for helping us put that together. And sure, so we had a top 20 finish in 15, so we grabbed our points. We headed out to our next event, which happened to be in Chamberlain, South Dakota. The bite was hit and miss for us. We worked through that process. I was traveling with work. It was tough for us, but we did miss a few things there, and those things are going to happen, but looking for that consistency, we kind of pushed through it, and we got home and set up for our next tournament, which happened to be on the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. So Prairie du Chien, Mike, really helped out. My brother Ethan came out and helped out, and talk a little bit more about that experience with a willow cat.
Well, I want to back up just one little bit to Prairie du Chien. We recognize that now we're fishing rivers. At home we fish lakes, which are much more stable, and these fish are much more migratory rivers and they're dependent. So we learned a little something in Detroit, we learned a lot of something in South Dakota, and we were able to put something together in Mississippi, whereas we weren't fishing where the fish are, we were fishing to where they were going. We found out where they were, we figured out how they were traveling, and I was able to put together something for Craig that was pretty special. He spent his whole day within less than 3 miles of the launch, I think, and which means more time in the water fishing than actually running.
And off from that top 40 finish, and gathered our things and headed out to Green Bay, where we just got back.
The whole trip was intended to get Craig to fish his home waters out at Dunkirk. The cherry on top is that I was able to put together 2 fantastic luck of the draw days and come home with a win, which actually gave me enough points to creep up from the basement and make Dunkirk also.
So as a co-angler, Mike's also going to compete. He's ended up 35th out of the 40, and we also have 3 other co-anglers that we travel with that also made that top 40. So Brett Gilbertson, Mark Alexander, and Kurt Yoder will also be joining us and helping us practice for that week. So it'll be nice to have their knowledge and kind of see our slice of the pie for a little bit too. I think that's going to be a great way to show off our area, show off our fishery, our restaurants, our hotels, supporting our local economy. And I think having those guys in town to show off our area is going to be very beneficial, not only our fishing community at home, but also to the the community in Dunkirk, which is great.
Yeah,
I did the calculations last night, and Ryan put up a post for us. It was over 9,000 miles that we traveled this year.
How many days, if you had to just throw a figure at it, do you think between traveling and actually pre-fishing the event?
I would say for us this year, I'd average about 10 days of tournament. So we're at, about that 40 range. Some I would go and drop a boat off. In Wisconsin, I know I drove out during Memorial Day weekend. I'd never seen a wing dam, and I'd never put a willow cat on the line. So I wanted to do that prior to practice, and I was able to do that, because we had a little extended holiday. I eat, sleep, and breathe walleye fishing for the year. I mean, I've dedicated the year. Having that support from my parents at home, from Jess, from keeping the food stocked and keeping the Gatorades cold and making sure our travel plans are going. Ryan keeping up with videos and techniques and what's going on and keeping us informed of what's going on. He's traveled with us a little bit here and there as well, and having all of that put together, I think, start to finish. We started planning for this last year. So planning wise, we've been planning the whole year, and but travel wise, that 40 to 50 days I think is about right, and I think we're going to continue to. Right up until August 23rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, or whatever it might be there in the dates. I know we're getting closer and closer as we get there, but we're going to think about it and do something each and every day to try to better this program, so we can hopefully come out with a top 10 finish out in Dunkirk.
Sure. So I'm
really looking forward to Dunkirk. We're obviously we'll give it our little home field advantage, but at the same time, these guys are professionals, and they're going to bring their A game, and they've got some local sources that have offered some information to them, and everybody's going to be around some fish to be caught. I think it's going to be it's going to be a shootout. And I also expect there to be, in that 30 to 32 pound range a day with 5 fish. A lot of our tournaments at home are 6-fish tournaments, and just getting off the Sunset Bay Shootout, I think it was 38, 39 pounds that won, and that's 6 fish. So I'm thinking, somewhere in that 30 to 32 pound range. If we can find that daily, we're going to be really happy at the end. So after, let's see, Detroit River, we ended up 15th place, so Angler of the Year points, I was in 15th. Fell off the wagon there out in South Dakota. I think it was in the 103, 104. So that put me down into the, I believe it was in the 37th position, or 33rd position, I believe it was. As we got out of the Mississippi, I ended up moving up. I was in top 40 in that finish, so I ended up being in, I think it was 33rd. And then after Green Bay, we had a top 40 again, which put us up to 27. So overall, consistency was going to be our king for the year. And we talk about that. We're not going to win at every location. We just don't have that kind of information or skill set yet, but we're getting there, and that's why we're here. But our goal this year was to set up a program, have some success, try to fill the box with 5 fish per day, and get those, much valuable points. And I think we did that, and I think that's the success of our years. Yeah, we're not in the top 10, and we get a top 50 or top 60 in that second tournament. I think we are in the top 10, but that's not our goal wasn't to finish top 10. Our goal was to finish top 40, and we've done that. And I think that, bringing that momentum into the finals here on home water, is going to really help us. We've learned how to build these programs and put things together.
Innovative Outdoors, changing the way you hunt and fish. For all your hunting and fishing gear needs, check us out at innovative-outdoors.com.
Come fish Lake Erie. Your source for world-class freshwater fishing charters. Come fish LakeErie.com. Walleye, muskellunge, lake trout, perch, bass, steelhead. Come fish LakeErie.com. Book a charter today. Come fish LakeErie.com.
I'd like to welcome everyone here to the beautiful waterfront here in the city of Dunkirk. There's been a lot of excitement about this event. The city will be hosting, for our first time, a national tournament here that will bring national exposure to our waterfront here. It takes a team effort to do this, and a lot of sponsors. We're doing this, we brought this tournament in without using city taxpayer funding, other than obviously our obligation to provide public safety. So we're very proud of the fact that we are hosting this tournament here. And this started approximately 2 years ago. We wanted to do an event that could showcase our waterfront. We have been spending millions of dollars enhancing our waterfront, and we wanted to do bigger events that could showcase it nationwide.
So this is a huge event, not just for Dunkirk, but for Chautauqua County. And why it's huge and what really excites me is the economic impact that this event will bring to the city of Dunkirk and the surrounding area.
Here we are finally, day one, National Walleye Tour Championship at our home waters of Dunkirk, New York. Looking forward to just getting a chance to compete with the top 40 in the country. It's been a long road to get here. It's been a long practice. We're gonna go out and try to catch our 5 pretty quick and just build our box and just see how see how we can do. We've got a pretty good southwest right now at about 5 to 7 miles an hour, which is gonna help the lake, I think, a little bit, and hopefully put us right where we need to be. So looking forward to it.
Good luck, Craig.
Thanks a lot.
Boat number 3, Dwayne Jelm and Chris Perch. Boat number 4 is going to be Corey Springle, and his partner for the day is Matt Decker. Boat number 5 is going to be Corey Hessner, and his partner today is McKeever Dollenberg.
Don't allow your equipment to let you down. Protect your tools and toys with GasRx. Adding GasRx to your engine's diet improves fuel efficiency, increases power, reduces emissions, and reduces engine wear. This powerful multi-purpose formula dissolves gums, varnishes, and carbon deposits that can distort fuel injector spray patterns and damage delicate injector and fuel system components. GasRx contains no harmful alcohols or emulsifiers and allows your engine to operate with all the power and efficiency of its original design.
Come fish Lake Erie. Your source for world-class freshwater fishing charters. ComeFishLakeErie.com. Walleye, muskellunge, lake trout, perch, bass, steelhead. ComeFishLakeErie.com. Book a charter today. ComeFishLakeErie.com.
Put them right there, Dwayne. Needs to be 25-ish to put you on the board. Are you ready? It's going to be close. Real close. 24.87. 24.37, excuse me. That's a good start.
Yeah, that's a good start. We had a dead fish in there, so that cost us a little bit. That's just part of it. But, I mean, me and Chris, I don't know, we caught probably 30 or 40 fish today at least. There was a lot of times where we had only one line in the water because we had
Taking it
we had 3 fish on. So it was a fun day. But yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more, obviously, but we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Okay, do you put any pressure on yourself mentally on everybody's watching me, or do you just go fish?
No, I 100% just go fish. Like I said, me and Chris had a great day. It was really fun, and we caught a lot of fish. So yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings.
One of the longtime pros, Keith Caballas. He went out with Brett Gilbertson today. Let's see how their day one went at the 2022 Cabela's Bass Pro Championship went here at Dunkirk, New York. They have 5 fish. All of them are alive. Ready to weigh in, Keith. They've got the mark pretty high, but you knew that was going to happen. The cream rises to the top. Y'all have had a good day on the water. 25-15, way to go. Fantastic day today. Tell me what you can about it.
Well, we did a lot of running. I ran quite a ways west to the first area, and we didn't exactly get the fish we wanted. We're looking for 25 inches and better. Those are 5.5, 6 pounders. And all we could catch is 24 inches, 24 inches, 24 inches, 24 inches. So finally we made about a pretty long run back past Dunkirk this way.
Wow.
And then we picked up another good one there. And so it was just kind of a scratch day. I mean, we caught a fair number of fish. I wouldn't say it's great, but again, I mean, it's a little harder with us because we're only fishing 4 rods. All the pre-fishing, I had out 6 or 9 rods, so you just kind of get used to being able to run things different levels.
You can figure out stuff quicker,
And so
he got a 5 fish limit, folks, and they are all alive. You've seen how it's going. They need to be 25 pounds or better. Go ahead and show out for your hometown folks. 28.85. Way to go. Yeah. All right, Craig. He's coming to grab them there. Your brother stayed at the motel all day, just so you know. All right, tell me about your day. How did it start?
Well, we made our first stop, Graffle.
How far did you run?
Oh, a little ways. The wind was a little factor this morning, just a little hangover from last night. They had a little bit of a western chop, so we kind of made a decision to, fish with the most efficiency today. I think our biggest thing was try to get as many bites to the boat as possible and pick through some fish just like everybody else is doing. I know there's some guys that got some really great bags, and that's what this lake can offer, and I think that's why this place is so special. But our first stop, we didn't have much. A couple, 3 small ones, and then we made a quick move and started to adjust from there. And Joel was phenomenal in the boat today. I can't thank him enough for all of his help.
I'm thinking he may be one. Y'all are in 4th place right now, by the way, and we've weighed in several folks. All right, Adam Anderson and Michael. All right, here we go. Put them right there. They have 5 fish, all alive, folks. And it looks like the right kind. And it is definitely the right kind. 30.03 locked in. Way to go. Put you in 3rd place right there.
it's a good start for day one, right?
You know it's a good day. Was this what you thought would happen, or is this better than expected?
I was hoping 27 to 30. That's what I was hoping for. Maybe more, but we got the 30.
You are definitely ready for tomorrow. Tell me something.
It's a fantastic day on the water. It's probably than you can dream of. Dunkirk is definitely coming through for us.
Isn't it amazing?
It is amazing.
What about the fire truck holding the flag 100 feet in the air this morning for us?
What would you expect the New Yorkers to do?
I didn't expect it to be this good, honestly.
Well, we like to throw a good party out here in New York.
Told me it was going to be this way. And what about the fishing?
Hey, it's world class. What can I say? It's the best. I'm glad you should come here more often, is all I got to say.
I understand. I'll see what I can do.
Sheffield, Riversider, Challenger, 3D, Buffalo Tap.
Innovative Outdoors, changing the way you hunt and fish. For all your hunting and fishing gear needs, check us out at innovative-outdoors.com.
Well, it's day 2. Sitting in 6th place. We've got pretty tight top 11, if you will. 27 pounds, 11th place. We've got 28.3. So I think what we got to do today is just be consistent, go get our bites, and just see where this thing falls. I mean, we're just excited to have a chance. Our goal is to make the top 10, and I think if we can get on our fish early, get that first bite window, get a few to the boat, get some jitters out, I think we can kind of build on the program. Like I said, the fish are always moving, so we're going to constantly be looking at our graph, and we'll see how it goes.
If you will, at this time, look up at the end of the dock where the ramp is. We have our flags displayed proudly.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in our son's command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our glorious and glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Whew, that ought to get you revved up and ready.